It is 2025 and women should be able to make the first move too. As a man, in what way would you like to be approached? For example, what type of words do you want her to use, and where should she approach you? Does flirting too fast come off as strange? Story 1. I think your biggest issue with approaching cold is trying not to come across as a prankster or sales representative. Otherwise, if you can get past these initial issues, then you are good. Story 2. Laughter out loud, your first sentence surprised me. Honestly, just be direct, warm, and a little playful. Most men never get approached, so even a simple, "Hey, I saw you and wanted to say hi" will make a strong impression. Own your approach. Do not come off timid or unsure. Confidence, even nervous confidence, is magnetic. Say your piece, smile, and let him decide if he wants to continue. You got this. Story 3. Hi, do you have a wife or girlfriend? If no is the answer, I would like to get to know you better. Here is my number. Call me if you are interested. Story 4. I'm not too sure about what advice to give, but I do think women should make the first move, and it should be nothing extravagant or it will come across as a setup for views. Something quite basic. I know if a woman came up and asked me out, I would be looking for the camera, thinking I was being made a fool of. Maybe it is just me. Story 5. Seriously, most men never get approached. Being direct is best. It is like asking what is the best way to approach a Labrador with a piece of bacon. Story 6. I don't understand how this question gets asked so often. Some women do not develop their dating skills the same way. If there were common pitfalls with women approaching men, people would talk about them. It is rare for women to come across as creepy or make the same mistakes that men are criticized for. Story 7. A girl was chatting with me yesterday for a bit and asked for my phone number. I got nervous and made a fool of myself when I gave it to her, which she seemed to find sweet. Just ask a guy for his number after a chat, and I guarantee he will have a similar reaction because we rarely get asked. Story 8. From the front, always from the front. If you approach them from behind, they might get startled and run away. Story 9. Leave men alone. Just because we are out in the world living our lives does not mean we want to be approached. Story 10. Thank God you posted this today. I thought we were going to go a whole 24 hours without it being posted twice. Story 11. Just approach and talk. How forward you can be depends on the person, though. I don't like it when they come on too strong. Story 12. In my experience, if a woman is interested in someone and she does not play stupid games, she will find a way to let him know. Story 13. Be direct and honest. No signals, no hidden meanings, no self-protective behavior. Accept no with as much grace as you expect from us. Story 14. Women have been approaching men they want all the time. They line up backstage to have sex with rock stars, fill up hotel lobbies where athletes stay, and literally pick them upstairs. Whenever a woman plays games, it is because she is more interested in keeping her leverage than getting you. Story 15. Just smile at him, look him in the eyes, make small talk, and offer a small compliment here and there. Men do not require much. Give him gentle prompts like, I never go to restaurants because I do not have anyone to go with, and I do not like eating out alone. Do not give him your number out of nowhere. It is unsettling for most men when that happens. Even if he finds you attractive, his brain struggles to process it, so he does not pursue it. Story 16. Confidence plus kindness is the key. A simple, hey, I think you seem cool goes a long way. Flirting is fine. Just keep it genuine, not forced. Story 17. If the context is that we have some sort of relationship, such as acquaintances, friends, or colleagues who don't work directly with each other, you can just be direct about it. Hey, I was wondering if you would like to go out with me sometime? It is important that you have a couple of specific ideas for a date ready to go, so I am not suddenly responsible for planning the date. Also, have a backup plan in case I am not into your original idea. For example, if your plan is wine tasting but I don't like wine, you can pivot and offer a plan B. If I am someone you've just been noticing from afar, you can still be direct, but you would improve your odds by initiating a conversation first and then asking me out. If I think you're cute and easy to talk to, I am very likely to want to go on a date with you. Flirting, I am not against it, It is certainly nice to know you find me attractive, but it is far more important that we can carry a fun and enjoyable conversation. Story 18. The girl who is now my wife asked me, "Excuse me, can I sit here?" She was 12, and this was in middle school during lunch period. What started as a friendship blossomed into a beautiful marriage. Story 19. How did you get along with the many responses you received earlier? I am not sure what else I could possibly offer, to be honest. I love an assertive approach. Confidence is a natural aphrodisiac. Of course, eye contact, a smile, and showing active listening by leaning in when the other person is speaking, nodding, and affirming at appropriate moments are important. Let us know how you get along. Have an excellent weekend. Any feedback from you would be most welcome. Story 20. You are allowed. You are all the time. Everybody is a little scared. Just talk to us like normal human beings. Say, "Hi, how are you?" Story 21. What type of words do you want her to use? Use the word date or a similar word to make it clear that you are asking me on a date. Bad. I was thinking maybe you'd like to hang out sometime. Good. I was wondering if I could take you on a date. Beyond that, it does not matter much. Make sure you know the person at least a little. However, this could just be a brief conversation leading to, "You seem cool. I was wondering." Opening a cold approach by asking someone out would be a little too jarring and might make me suspicious, even if you have the best intentions. Story 22. Hey, want to talk? I would love it if we could get to know each other. He will probably be caught off guard, but you just made an impression on him no matter what. Remember, moving forward is the best tactic. Story 23. I just love your first statement. I think as long as the communication is clear and does not require him to guess, it will be sufficient. The key is to be yourself and express your own personality, then speak clearly to him. There was a lady who kept looking at me at the gym and following me, working out around me, asking me to help her reach things on tall shelves, and putting her bag next to mine, but she never actually introduced herself over the week. If she was trying to give me signals, then unfortunately I missed them all. On the other hand, I was walking my dog when a slightly shy and awkward lady said my dog is cute and asked for my Instagram. She then asked if I wanted to grab coffee. I definitely showed up ready to get to know her. I think she is very brave for doing that. All the best. Story 24. Be explicit about your intent. The first thing to understand is that not everything works on everybody, and you may receive a negative answer regardless of how you ask. Overthinking the method of approach is unnecessary, especially since men do not judge women as harshly as women judge men making advances. Men receive very few compliments, but you could be that person in their life even if they say no. Many men want women's attention and wish to approach them, but it rarely happens. Story 25. Man's life is very simple. I have no girlfriend now. Saying anything will work for me even if the girl is not my type. I will give it a shot. Story 26. Compliment me. I get none on a daily basis. If you tell me my shirt is cool and ask if you can sit next to me, that is a clear sign in my head that you are interested. I would not be too blunt. It is the art of seduction and the things left unsaid that make it fun. Story 27. Just come up and talk to me. If we connect, give me your number, no social media. It's the same principle as how you would want a man to approach you. Just don't be desperate. I ignore women who try to flirt using signs like staring across the room or touching me. I view these as low-effort attempts. I was at a business event where I met a woman who immediately started flirting by rubbing her body against me. My instinct liked it, but my modern mindset disliked how she assumed she could get my attention that way. I didn't give her the time of day and ended up connecting with a woman who simply talked to me like an adult. Story 28. There are as many answers to this question as there are men, probably. But many men are not good at picking up on subtlety. I am not saying you should just sit in his lap or something, but signals often go over our heads. Story 29. Just walk up to him, smile, and say hello. Holding eye contact while smiling for more than 4 seconds will be a green light for most neurotypical men. Story 30. Honestly, I am not sure. If I get approached, I assume that it is 1. A prank. 2. She was dared. 3. She is trying to get me to buy something. 4. She is distracting me so that someone can steal my wallet. 5. She is just being nice. I think your best bet is to be blunt but nice and flirty. Story 31. There is no trick to this. You do not need techniques to approach us. Be as straightforward as possible for the best results. Just smile and say these exact words. Hi, I am Bertha. I think you were cute and wanted to know if you would like to go out sometime. That is it. We are not fans of hints or subtlety. Just tell us what you think. Story 32. Honestly, if I find you attractive, you could say almost anything that is not rude or vulgar. I would be on cloud 9 for weeks if an attractive woman showed interest in me without me having to initially impress her. Story 33. As a man, in what way would you like to be approached? Yes, approached. It is hard to have opinions on how if I do not have any experience with it happening to me. I either find her attractive or I do not. There is no wrong way to approach except for being too subtle. If anything, I am going to be incredulous. You have to get past that and make it clear you are interested and not just being friendly. Story 34. A hello, a compliment, and my name is ___ goes a long way. A man may be unsettled for a moment, but I believe the majority will figure it out. If you flirt while doing this, you will likely succeed. Getting a man's number is fairly easy if he is single. You can directly ask for his number if you have the courage, but I don't think you will need to if you say hello and introduce yourself. Be direct with the flirting. Playing hard to get does not work with men. Most do not understand it, and it is a great way for them to forget about you. Story 35. Surprisingly, the same opening line that is most successful with women has the greatest success with men. Walk up, say hello, and introduce yourself. After that, start with something flattering and move on to questions. If you are still interested at the end, offer contact information. Do not overthink interactions with men. It is wasted effort. As a rule, men do not think much at all, and if they have an opportunity to think about nothing, they will not let it pass unexplored. Story 36. I don't know. How would you like to be approached? Are we different on that topic? As a woman, you will never be rejected the way we are. So yes, make the first step. You don't risk anything. Story 37. Hi. My name is... Name. Nice to meet you. I just thought you were kinda cute. So I wanted to introduce myself. Typically, he should take it from there. But if he does not, and you have a good conversation, you simply offer him your number. Done. Story 38. Directly, respectfully, and briefly. A quick check for his availability, followed by contact information and a direct statement of your interest in getting to know him would do the trick. Story 39. Have a conversation with him. Try to keep it engaging and fun. Then ask when he is free to hang out sometime to chat more. Story 40. Just walk up to him and start a conversation. You should be able to tell where he is from his responses and body language. Story 41. The same way you approach someone you're not interested in. Like any functioning adult, you walk up to a guy, you talk to him, done. Also, speak in a direct manner. Hints are just pointless mind games that will not lead you anywhere. Story 42. Hi, I am... Insert name here. Would you like to get a coffee sometime? No hints, no games, no social media nonsense. Literally any time the person is not doing something important. If they have a girlfriend or wife, they will say no. I hope this helps. Story 43. It is always funny to read people on the internet trying to figure out how real-life interactions work. Just go outside and say hello to someone if you want or do not. The worst that can happen is someone getting angry at you for looking at them the wrong way. No big deal. Story 44. Kindly ask them for their phone number. Give them a compliment you genuinely like about them. They will not be able to stop thinking about it, and you contact them using your preferred method to set up a date. Joke about paying for the date if they are well-behaved since you are asking them out. They will melt like butter. Story 45. There is no wrong way. Being more direct is better. Take your copy of the rules and burn it. That covers it. Story 46. By just doing it. Say hello, introduce yourself, compliment us. Nothing subtle. Be direct. Please say anything that tells us you want to talk to us. Story 47. Say hi. Make conversation. Be nicer than usual. If everything is going well, ask him to do something like get a drink or coffee or tea. If that meetup goes well, keep messaging and plan the next activity. It is the same as a friendship, and you hope that it gets better from there. Story 48. Steps. 1. Make eye contact and smile. 2. Approach with a joke, small talk, or compliment. 3. After a brief but friendly conversational tone is established, make your intentions clear. 4. Prepare for rejection. Story 49. It depends on the situation. If you do flirt, don't make it extremely obvious. That usually feels like an ego boost bait. I would love for a woman to say, "Hey, I noticed you're alone. Would you like some company?" Or something like that. If it is at a store or a more time-sensitive setting, being direct would be good too. Just have a positive experience no matter what. If rejection happens, be kind and move on with your business. Story 50. I have been hearing this for over 20 years now, and it is still presented as a modern concept. When will this stop being a new thing and become the norm? Story 51. If you want to leave an impression, give the man a compliment. Most men never receive compliments, although all the men who are going to be approached are probably less impressed. Story 52. Pardon me, my lord. If you are not already involved in a courtship, I wish to pursue one with you. If you accept, please meet me at my residence for dinner with my father. Story 53. Be clear about what you are looking for and give him a fair chance to say either yes or no. Ambiguous statements do not work. Also, most men will probably be startled and confused at first. This is not something that happens to them often, so give him time to gather his thoughts. Story 54 responded to another comment, but I would just like to say this kind of attitude is incredibly refreshing. I cannot speak for every man, but more women like this would be a massive positive for the dating world. If you are interested, do not wait for us because we often ignore hints or signs out of fear of misinterpreting them. Go for it and make it clear you are interested. Story 55. Men almost never get approached, so you can do a poor job at approaching and still get good results. Go crazy, have fun. Story 56. I agree, always ask if they have a wife or girlfriend first, then move on if they say no. Being blunt with a man is generally the best course of action because most of us are not able to take hints, assuming you were even talking to us in the first place. Beyond that, I agree that getting the phone number or social media is generally a bad idea since nothing good usually happens there and the man might feel like you are just trying to get laid. This is okay if that is your intention. Story 57. If you go to a person and they say no, you might get upset. Prove me wrong. One possibility is that the person does not know how to handle the situation. Story 58. I do not like women approaching me first. I like making the first move. Now, I do not mind if a woman subtly flirts with me and gives other signs. I can tell she wants me. If you cannot tell if a woman wants you, then you probably have autism or poor social awareness. If you are a man and do not like making the first move, then you need to get over that. Finally, the vast majority of men are not sexually appealing enough for women to approach them. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.